New home sales hit a 3-month low with just 50 deals over the weekend. Could upcoming launches turn things around? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Bobo and welcome back to our weekly recap of Hong Kong real estate. This week, we're looking at the weekend's key first-hand transactions, examining improvements in the second-hand market, and uncovering how March's commercial property deals surged to a 2-year high. Over the weekend, there were no new developments launched or major sales events for large-scale projects. Most transactions were focused on clearing leftover inventory, with around 50 sales recorded over 2 days. This marked a 60% week-on-week drop and the lowest volume in 3 months. Despite the overall slowdown, however, there were still some notable high-value transactions. A house at Pok Fu Lam Road 138 was sold via tender on Saturday for 300 million Hong Kong dollars, making it the highest first-hand transaction price of the year. Measuring around 6,000 square feet in size, the house was sold for around 49,400 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. It comes with 2 car parking spaces and includes a 1,607 square foot garden, a 490 square foot rooftop, and a 1,121 square foot terrace. Another transaction involved a unit at 233 Prince Edward Road West in Ho Man Tin, where a 15th floor flat was sold for 22.83 million Hong Kong dollars. The unit, measuring 966 square feet, features 4 bedrooms and a storage room at around $23,600 per square foot. At the Pavilia Forest in Kai Tak, a 5th floor unit was sold for 6.53 million Hong Kong dollars, measuring 396 square feet with a 2-bedroom layout. The price per square foot was 16,513 Hong Kong dollars. Other developments also performed well over the weekend. High Park in Hung Shui Kiu sold 6 units, Uptown East in Kowloon Bay sold 4, and Lamont and Tai Po sold 3 units. Data from Hong Kong's 4 major property agencies shows that the transaction volume across the top 10 blue-chip housing estates improved over the weekend, with 11 deals recorded, an increase of 5 transactions compared to the previous weekend. Agency analysts noted that the ongoing US-China tariff war has created market uncertainty. Although the direct impact on Hong Kong's property market has been limited, the tariff war has influenced buyer sentiment, leading to a decline in viewing activity across several key housing estates. Meanwhile, the reduced focus on first-hand properties over the weekend shifted some buying power to the second-hand market, driving an increase in overall transaction volumes in the secondary market. However, overall transaction prices have yet to rebound, and this is especially evident in the semi-new property sector, where steep losses remain common. For example, at a development in Tuen Mun, a low-floor 1-bedroom unit measuring 351 square feet in size was recently sold for 2.8 million Hong Kong dollars at $8,000 per square foot. The original owner purchased the property in July of 2019 for 4.62 million Hong Kong dollars. After holding the unit for nearly 6 years, the seller incurred a substantial loss of 1.82 million Hong Kong dollars, representing a 39% drop in value. Similarly, at LP6 in Lohas Park, a mid-floor unit in Block 3 of about 300 square feet sold for $4.18 million at around $13,600 per square foot. The original owner bought the unit in October of 2018 for 4.96 million Hong Kong dollars, and after holding the property for nearly 7 years, the seller took a loss of 780,000 Hong Kong dollars. Looking at the commercial property sector, Centerline's research report revealed that the market recorded about 376 transactions in March, reflecting a 29.7% increase month-on-month and an impressive 85.2% rise year-on-year. Transaction volumes also climbed, reaching around 4.78 billion Hong Kong dollars, a 51.1% increase compared to the previous month. Among the 3 main categories of commercial properties, office sales performed the best, showing the largest gains. In March, the market recorded about 86 office transactions, representing a month-on-month increase of 50.9% and a year-on-year surge of nearly 170%. The total transaction value for offices reached around 1.66 billion Hong Kong dollars, up 108.8% month-on-month and 54.4% year-on-year. Analysts attribute this growth to the government's recent budget announcement, which includes a reduction in stamp duties for commercial property transactions. This policy has significantly lowered entry costs, effectively attracting more buyers to the market. Additionally, the government has indicated that it will not release new commercial land for sale in the coming year, giving the market more time to absorb the current supply and offering greater flexibility in property usage. These factors have provided positive momentum for the office property market, encouraging more corporations to purchase office spaces for their own use, thereby boosting overall activity. However, rising tensions from the ongoing tariff war and recent sharp declines in the stock market have dampened investor sentiment. With a heightened sense of caution in the market, the commercial property sector is expected to come under pressure in April, with both transaction volumes and values likely to see significant drops. For more information on the secondhand market, stay till the end of this video for this week's recap of secondhand transactions across each district. That's all for this episode. See you in the next.